Hi, this is Brandon from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the reverse band box squat. It's a fantastic way to learn to overload your system and get used to heavier new weights and new PRs. So the reverse band box squat is designed to, one, let us feel more weight, because as we have the bands on here, we're going to put the weight on the bar, and as we go down, the bands are going to stretch, decreasing the load that we feel on the bottom. Now, the reason I like the box squat variation of this is that you're consistent with your depth. So if you happen to be somebody that's a little iffy on whether you're getting low enough and you need to work on that, this is a great variation to do so. It's also a great max effort variation to continue to mix things up, but still have a straight bar on your back and get a different training effect. So to set the bands up on the monolift, this is definitely a unique variation. In general, if you've got a regular cage, I'm just going to recommend that you strap them over the rack and pull them down to the bar. But on our monolift, it's really nice. We have a pair of carabiners. You can run it through, and you can modify where this goes based upon the athlete that you're at. Though if you're somebody that's wider, you can bring these in and narrow, and you don't have to worry about them being on the outside of the bar. So as you would put weights on here, if the band was on the outside of the bar, it's going to get further out, and that's going to create more tension, which makes it a little bit harder to judge from person to person how much tension there is. This setup to me is just really easy. You don't have to take it on and off, and it just makes things very smooth from a training perspective. So we just got it ran through here, carabinered up, and we're good to go. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to perform my standard box squat. So feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width. I'm going to get underneath the bar. And as I unrack, you're going to notice that for the most part, the bar is not even hanging in the bands a whole lot. I'm feeling 100% of this 55-pound barbell, which for me is not much, but I can feel the whole bar. As I squat down to the box, I can tell that the bands are removing the weight, and as I come up, I can feel it all. So I can tell that in the bottom, it's like nothing, okay? It's almost like I'm not even squatting anything, and at the top, I'm feeling the whole barbell. So as somebody that normally squat, this is a way to put some weight on here that you normally wouldn't be able to handle, and your nervous system adapts to that. So obviously we also have to understand too, the bands are pulling up, so they are going to help you off the box. Now as the weights get really heavy, it's not really going to help you as much as you think, but it does pull up, and that does help the bar get going. So just understand that little piece. Otherwise, your box squat mechanics and everything are all going to stay the same. If you don't know how to box squat, you can watch that on our YouTube channel over at thirstgym.com. But for the most part, all of that stays the same. We're just going to put the bands on there and then why you might do it. Again, when it comes to programming, I think this is great for a max effort variation. You're probably not going to do this for dynamic effort work very much. The goal is to get as much weight as possible on the barbell and feel it. So I really like using reverse bands like this for my powerlifting athletes to let them handle attempts as we build towards a meet. So for example, let's say we're 7 weeks out, I might have them hit like a heavy set of 3 or heavy set of 5, something like that with a regular squat, and I'm going to say, hey, put the reverse bands on and load up your potential opener. And what that does, that lets them feel their opener on their back. They actually get to move it for full range of motion onto the box for this example, and we're kind of good to go. So that is the reverse band box squat. If you have any questions about setup, programming, implementation, anything like that, definitely please feel free to let me know in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.